It's more than a game.
It's more than just practice. It's more than coaching.
It's more than learning.
It's more than a team.
Es más que el béisbol.
It's being a good teammate.
Being responsible.
It's being a hard worker.
It's learning how to communicate.
It's becoming the best version of myself.
It's more than baseball. It's a program that transforms lives.
And that's why we need your help to transform the baseball field at Atlantic Cape that has gone unused for years. Through the Bring It Home Capital campaign, we'll work to restore and revitalize the field on campus, giving the Buccaneers a true home field advantage, where we can honor their hard work and dedication. We don't just teach these young men how to be better ball players, we teach them how to be better people, instilling values like responsibility, commitment, and dependability. Our players understand that what happens on the field is only part of the picture. What they do in the classroom, at home, and in their communities is just as important as being a well-rounded athlete. Help us bring it home. Let's show these young athletes that there's nothing that can't be accomplished through determination and teamwork. It's more than baseball. It's changing lives. And together, we can make a difference.
About ready to start game 2 of today's doubleheader between Northampton Community College Spartans and the Atlantic Cape Community College Buccaneers. Vin Abnu with you here for game 2. Thanks for staying with us here on BFA Sports. Pitch number 1. We are underway here in game 2. On the mound for Atlantic Cape here in game 2 is Andrew Baldino. Played second base in game number 1. Swung on a miss there. Jeffrey Sabator. And quickly 0-2. The 0-2. Skied foul, third base side, out of play. Into the seats for a lucky fan. It'll be Sabator, Hendershot, and Santangelo for the Spartans to start off game number 2. And the pitch from Baldino squibbed towards the left field line and foul into the Buccaneers bullpen. Vega gave it a chase. In the middle of the order for the Spartans, it'll be Luke Spencer, Joshua Herman, Shane Philman. Bottom, it'll be Gabe Casso, Caleb Walker, and Noah Gonzalez against the Buccaneers right-hander Baldino. And the pitch, swing and a miss. One up, one down for Andrew Baldino. And that'll bring up Jake Hendershot back in right field for game number 2. A 7-0 victory for the Spartans. 6 no-hit innings from Ryan Gordon, and then Gabe Solinsky led off the bottom of the 7th with a single for Atlantic Cape. 0-1 the count on Hendershot. Baldino deals that one roped into left field for a single. So Hendershot aboard with one gone here in the first. That'll bring up Ryan Santangelo DHing here in game number 2. Caught game 1. So man on, one gone. And Santangelo the hitter. Nice little action there on that breaking ball from Baldino. It's 0-1. Hendershot has a shallow lead there over at first base, being held on by Corsi. Throw to first, and a tag, and a Hendershot is back safely. And before the 0-1, another throw over to first. Hendershot back safely again. No balls and a strike. One on, one out. Pitch. Chopped to third. A hot shot to Dempsey. Has one play. Throws to first. And a nice stretch by Corsi for the out. And they're contesting it down the Spartans sideline in the dugout. It's telling Santangelo to stay at first as the umpires discuss with Coach Adrian Yegets. And the time being, the call is out. And the umpires will confer. Check it out on the replay here. Nice play by Dempsey over a third and a nice stretch at the other end. Let's see. Did his foot stay on the bag is the question. Look, from that vantage point, it came off. And calling him safe. So Santangelo on first. Hendershot down to second base. Oh, and an infield single there. So 2 on, 1 out for Luke Spencer. Pitch. There's a strike. And the count is 0-1. And that one's inside. Two on, 1 out here in the top of the first. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Baldino gives the runner a look and deals. Chopped behind the plate. And it's 1-2. Baldino gives the runner a look and now deals again. Skied in the air down the left field line. Foul toward the bullpen area. Vega gave it a chase, as did Luis Sorry. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Hendershot off second. That one hit high in the air and to right. Coming in to make the catch. Warner throws in. Sorry fires over to third and unable to get Hendershot on the way in. So 2 away on the fly out to right field by Spencer. Hendershot advances to third. Santangelo stays put at first base on the fly out. Here is Joshua Herman playing first base again here in game number 2 for Northampton Community College. Runners on the corners, 1-2 out. And the pitch is outside. And the kill 1-0. Baldino looking to work out of trouble here in the first. That one scorched all the way up top here at Sandcastle Stadium. A souvenir for a lucky fan, eventually, up in the suite level. Runners stay first and third, 2 away. And the pitch to Herman. That one, an excuse me swing down the third base side off the top of the dugout into the seats. It's a little bit chilly today in the 40s, but plenty of sunshine. There were a couple clouds earlier in the day, nothing threatening, but they've since dissipated. Pitch. Breaking ball outside, and it's 2-2. Runners lead first and third, nobody out. Just underway here in game 2 of today's doubleheader. Baldino deals. Swing and a miss. Traces the high fastball. That retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here on BFA Sports. We go to the bottom of the first here on BFA Sports. No score yet. Buccaneers about set to come to bat against Patrick Flynn, the southpaw for Northampton Community College. And Atlanta Cape looking to see if they can take game 2 here. Starting off with Andrew Baldino, Kevin Foreman, and Luis Sorry. Nice top of the first inning, couple hits, but Baldino came away unscathed in that one. Should be a good game number 2 here. It'll be Baldino, Foreman, Sori, Solinsky, Warner, Suarez, Dempsey, Corsi, and Vega. So more or less the same lineup as game one, just a little bit different at the bottom. Vega now in the 9 spot. Dempsey, Corsi move up to 7 and 8, respectively. And an opportunity for the Buccaneers to get something started early here and trying to get to game 2. And warm-up's done. First pitch hits Baldino on the foot, it looks like, or now he got out of the way. It's a jump rope pretty quickly there. So a scary ball 1. And the pitch inside out to jump rope again, and it's 2-0. So Baldino getting some footwork in here in the first at bat of the game. He's the pitcher, DH here in game 1. And 2-0, and that one's in there for strike 1. The 2-1. Chop back up the middle towards second and throw to first, and Baldino's out. This will play there in the infield by the Spartans and Caleb Walker coming over there from second base. Here's Kevin Foreman. Back out there in center field as well. Pitch. Sky high pop up in the infield. Walker's back, but it's the first baseman, Joshua Herman, to make the catch. And quickly 2 away. So 2 down, and here is Luis Sori, number 3-hole hitter here in game 2. He's playing shortstop again. That one hit to second. Walker's got an easy play, and 1-2-3 go the Buccaneers here in the first inning. We go to the second. No score between the Spartans and Buccaneers on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the second inning. It'll be Shane Philman, Gabe Costo, and Caleb Walker for the Spartans against Andrew Baldino. First pitch. Skied in the air to center. Foreman's on his horses. It's over his head into the warning track. Philman on his way to second. He's thinking three. Stays put at second. So a leadoff double, a scorcher to center field for the Spartans shortstop here to lead things off in the second. Foreman looked like he had a beat on it at first, and it just kept carrying out there. Wind, we showed in the first game, flag flying in the direction towards left center, so it definitely gets very windy, a little bit tricky out there in center field this afternoon. Very sunny, but breezy. So leadoff double in the second for the Spartans. Here's Gabe Casso. Grounds that one over to second base, and a nice play to retire Casso for out number one. Film it over to third on the play. On the ground out, and with Baldino on the mound here in game number 2, Davey Suarez is playing second base. So 1 on, 1 out. Runner over at third. Here's Caleb Walker. And there's a strike. Baldino checking on Philman. Now deals toward the plate. That one's grounded to first. Foul. And we'll do it again. In the first game, Caleb Walker had an RBI single, a single and a run, and then a strikeout. First at bat here in game number 2. Baldino delivers outside. Infield playing in for the Buccaneers, at least midway on the with Suarez and Corsi on the right side. Sorry coming up towards the middle. That one roped down the right field line and fair. It is an easy RBI single for Walker, who's thinking about 2. It's an RBI double for Caleb Walker, and the Spartans strike first in game 2. It's 1-0. So bottom of the order doing damage here for the Spartans today. Caleb Walker, another RBI hit combined between the 2 games. Here's Noah Gonzalez playing left field here in game 2, and he smokes that into right field for a base hit. Walker rounding third will stay right there. Throw comes in to the catcher, and that allows Gonzalez to get into second base. So Warner overthrew the cutoff man, Corsi, and the ball goes by to the backstop. And that'll lead to Coach Velarde calling time on the field. So now second and third and 1 out. After the single by Gonzalez. So things getting a little bit tricky, a little bit into a jam here for Baldino and company in this top of the second inning. So it was a double by Philman, ground out by Casso, and then the RBI double by Walker, and a single that followed it by Noah Gonzalez, the number 9 hole hitter. It'll be Jeffrey Sabator awaiting the end of this mound visit, which will end as the home plate umpire comes to break it up. So Sabator, the hitter, he struck out swinging in his first at bat in this game. Grounded out, walked, 3 RBI double, and a single and a run scored in the first game. And that pitch, a strike from Baldino. Runners on second and third, 1 out here in the top of the second. Baldino delivers. And there's a strike. Nothing into the count. Corsi and Suarez playing in at first and second. Dempsey coming up at third. Sorry playing about mid-depth. Breaking ball. There's strike three. Sabator down looking. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. And there are 2 away. And that'll bring up Jake Hendershot. He singled in the first inning. Hendershot flew out to right, grounded out in game 1. Also had an RBI single and a fly out to right. Baldino delivers. There's a strike. Start things off here in the second at bat of Hendershot in game number 2. Runners lead second and third, not being held on. 2 outs. Smoked back to the screen behind the plate. And it's 0-2 on the Spartans right fielder. Ryan Santangelo waits on deck. Baldino delivers. And that one just misses inside in the count 1-2. Looking to limit the damage to 1 run here in the second. Spartans won game 1 of today's doubleheader 7-0. Now one inside. 2-2 the count. Ryan Gordon, 7 dominant innings for the Spartans in game number 1. 6 of them were no-hit innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch. High in the air, foul, first base side, and off the dugout, almost caught there. And as well, it looked like it was kind of going high up in the air. It looked like it was heading towards beyond the dugout. It ends up in front of the dugout. Slinsky almost came up with that. Once again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, leading second and third. 1 run in here in the top of the second inning. And Baldino delivers. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. To the surprise of Hendershot, but that's all for the Spartans here in the top half of the second. They get a run. They lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second inning here on BFA Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning here in Atlantic City. Vin Avenue with you. Thanks for joining us here. Game 2 of a doubleheader on BFA Sports. The home opener today for Atlantic Cape. They split last weekend at Delaware Tech, 1-1 record. Lost game 1 this afternoon to Northampton Community College. And looking to steal game 2 here. Gabe Zielinski, Trace Warner, and Davey Suarez for Atlantic Cape. And Zielinski looks at a strike there. catching here again in game 2. Flynn deals that one, chopped to third, and a throw over to first, and that play was closer. Selinsky hustling down the line there. Nice play by Spencer to field it, throw a strike over to Herman for out number 1. Trace Warner now the hitter, the right fielder for Atlantic Cape. Game 1 and again here in game 2. Warner 2 strikeouts and a flyout in game 1, swing and a miss to start game 2 offensively. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and Warner quickly in an 0-2 hole. It's Patrick Flynn. Now the 0-2. Skied into left center. It'll fall for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Trace Warner to get things going here in the second inning. And an opportunity here for Davey Suarez to move him along. Suarez DH'd in the first game. He's playing second here in game number 2. Suarez struck out twice and reached on an error in game 1. The pitch. Spits on that one outside. It's called strike, and it's 0-1. Warner leads off at first with 1 away. And pitch from Flynn is in there for strike 2, catching the outside corner. So an 0-2 count on Davey Suarez. Warner likely to stay close here. Being held on. Pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. And Davey Suarez retired for out number 2 on strikes. With 2 gone, John Dempsey the hitter. Back out there at third base for game number 2. Flynn checks on Warner and delivers. Chopped back to Flynn. Off his glove. It's got a chance to get Dempsey, and he does. So a nice recovery by Patrick Flynn to get John Dempsey to end things here in the second inning. 1-0 Spartans. We go to the third on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Spartans. It'll be Ryan Santangelo, Luke Spencer, and Joshua Herman against Andrew Baldino. There's a strike to Santangelo, the DH here in Game 2, caught Game 1. He singled in his first at-bat here in Game 2. That one skied foul into the sweet level behind the plate. And it's 0-2. So far, so good for Baldino. Just a 1 run in the second inning. And the pitch popped foul behind the plate again toward the sweets. A little bit of a battle here with Ryan Santangelo. By the way, game clock being used here at the junior college level, kind of what you've been starting to see at the major league level in spring training. And the 0-2. Check swing and called ball. So 1-2. So kind of what you're seeing at the major league level is happening at the college level at all levels, minor leagues as well. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. So about 10 seconds for each batter to get in there. Pitchers have the pitch clock, which is what we think was happening when we thought it was a balk in Game 1, a balk warning. It was pitch clock. And the pitch. Called, strike 3. Santangelo down looking for out number 1. So just something everybody's getting used to with the pitch clock and everything else, so it affects the hitters and the pitchers different ways, but essentially equally. So something to look out for over the course of the season. It was a well-timed Game 1. It was just 7 innings. That pitch outside to Spencer. But it went along nicely for a game that was 7-0 in terms of time. Spencer flight out to right field in the first. Skied in the air to center. Foreman's got to go back toward the warning track. He's got a beat, and it's over his head off the wall. Spencer rounding second on his way to third. The relay into Sori, which will stop Spencer at third on a booming one-out triple. Just roped that out to center field, and the wind helped carry that one a little bit towards the warning track. The fleet-footed Foreman, as see Coach Velarde going out there to check on Foreman. I think he may have stumbled out there. Don't want to speculate on the injury, but just checking in, it looks like on his center fielder. And so an injury timeout at the moment. Spencer will be on third with 1 out. See Coach Velarde checking in there on Kevin Foreman, the center fielder. He gives Coach the okay. It's definitely windy out there towards the valleys in the outfield. It was blowing mostly towards left center. Flying a little bit out toward dead center here in the third inning of Game 2. So wind playing a factor in both games today. We've certainly seen wind a lot more forceful here at the Sandcastle, but definitely playing a role today. Skied in the air, shallow, right there by the mound. Baldino's got it for out number 2. And a lot of carry up there in the air, that's for sure. I think faraway places on its mind off the bat. So 2 away, runner on third. 47 degrees today in Atlantic City. It was 42 at the start of Game 1 at 12 o'clock. It's warmed up a few degrees, if you will, ever since. There's plenty of sunshine, but shadows starting to cascade over the seats here at Sandcastle. See how that factors into the rest of Game 2. Swing and a miss by Philman. Doubled in the second inning. Had his swing looking for a double there. Ball and a strike, 2 outs. Spencer leads off a third. And the pitch is outside from Baldino. Opportunity to keep it at 1-0. With Baldino, it's been mixing up location. That's worked well for him so far. That one swung on a missed. And it's 2-2. Hasn't had the pop off his fastball yet, but he's breaking up the breaking balls. Right back to Baldino, off his glove, has enough time to field and throw over to retire Philman for the third out. No runs, one hit, one man left. We go to the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 Spartans on BFA Sports. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Atlantic City. Vin Avenue with you. Thanks for joining us here on BFA Sports this afternoon. Game 2 of a doubleheader between Atlantic Cape and Northampton. Northampton taking game 1, 7-0. Pitch from Patrick Flynn to Ethan Corsi, here in the bottom of the third is low. Corsi, Vega, and Baldino for the Buccaneers. Corsi thought about it, kept the bat back, and takes ball 2. Two now the count. Flynn working quickly. Swing and a miss. Power to fastball there in the lower quadrant of the strike zone. It's 2-1. Buccaneers have the one hit so far by Trace Warner last inning. And that one's inside. 3-1. Three balls and a strike. That one swung on and missed. Of course, he went down and tried to smoke that one into left. 3-2 the count now. And Flynn delivers. Called. Strike 3, and there's one away. Nice comeback in that at-bat for Patrick Flynn. Working the corners. Both sides of the plate ended up going on the outside corner to retire Corsi for out number 1. Here's Javier Vega, moving from the 7 to the 9 hole here in game number 2. Struck out 3 times in game 1. Chops that one foul outside of third. And just a ground ball foul strike. Oh, and 1 the count on Vega. Made a spectacular defensive play in game 1 on a relay to the plate. Pitch in the dirt to the backstop. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Flynn deals upstairs, and the count 2-1 now on Vega. Buccaneers looking to get something going offensively. Just one hit in game 1, one hit so far here in game 2. Stymied by the Spartans pitching thus far. That one's upstairs. Good eye at the plate. A couple bad luck outs, if you will. Kevin Foreman scorched a couple balls in the first game, flied him out into right. Just didn't get into the right spot. A couple others by the Buccaneers have gone into areas where it could have been hits on a good day. There's a strike to Vega. But also just great pitching by Gordon in game one, going the distance, working the corners, working all over. Had a high-octane fastball, and so far so good for Patrick Flynn. That one in the dirt. And Vega works a one-out walk. Top of the order now, Andrew Baldino, the hitter. Grounded out. He's blown at bat thus far. He looks pretty good on the pitching rubber. Starter in game two, played second base in game one. Vega leads off first. And there's a strike from Flynn. Kevin Foreman awaits on deck. He's hit the ball hard today, even in his first at bat. Just nothing to show for it yet on the scorecard. The 0-1. And that one's in there for strike two. Baldino thought it was a little bit low. Oh, 2 on Baldino with Vega leading off at first. Pitch. Scorch in the air to center field and retired for out number 2. Good catch by Sabator out there in left center. So Baldino hit it on the screws, but Sabator was right there. 2 away here in the bottom of the third, and that'll send Kevin Foreman to the plate. He's hit the ball hard today. Just not in the right spots. Went 0 for 3 in game one. 2 flyouts to right and a grounder to short that preceded that. Pitch inside. Called strike 1 here. Drawing some boos from the Atlantic Cape side. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Flynn just powered it by Foreman there. 0-2. And Flynn a strike away from getting out of a mini jam here in the third. Just Vega aboard on first on a walk. The 0-2, runner goes, lined into left field. It's a base hit. Vega will stay put at second base. He was running on the pitch. So 2 on, 2 out now for the Buccaneers. And they have a little something cooking here as Kevin Foreman with a 2-out single. Vega there at second. 2 on, 2 out. Luis Sari, the hitter. Kind of hitter you want up in this situation here. A hitter with a little bit of pop and a pure contact hitter. A high average kind of guy. Sprays the ball all over the field, but a great pull hitter. So we'll see what happens here. See if he can hit it into the gap in left center. Flynn checks on Vega. Skied in the air. Sabator's got a beat on it. Heads towards the track and makes a catch. And that'll put a bow on things here in the third inning. 2 putouts in the inning for Sabator. Spartans lead 1-0 as we go to the fourth on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the fourth inning here in Atlantic City. 1-0 Spartans as they send the bottom of the order to the plate. Gabe Casso, Caleb Walker, Noah Gonzalez. Casso grounded to second in his first at-bat. Facing Baldino, scorches it right toward the Atlantic Cape dugout. And it's 0-1. Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Sunny skies, but very breezy and cold. We've gotten up to a high of 47 here in Atlantic City today. Baldino working quickly here. Deals low. And the count 2-1 on Gabe Casso. Catching here. And game number 2. Santangelo, the designated hitter for Northampton. The 2-1. Skied in the air to right. Warner's got a beat on it. Doesn't have to move much. And a nice can of corn for out number 1. Caleb Walker now the hitter, had an RBI double in the second inning. The lone run so far. Bottom of the order. Doing a little bit of damage. Noah Gonzalez up next, had a single in his first at-bat. Pitch is low, 1-0 on Walker. And Baldino delivers. Skied high in the air, drifting foul, third base side. And about a few rows deep into the seats. Bounces a little bit there on the concourse level. Let's see. Souvenirs, everybody's trying to figure out. Got one of the Atlantic Cape players going up to grab that souvenir. Caden Dale. Some stretching going on in the Atlantic Cape bullpen right now. That one's grounded to first, foul. Somebody's starting to throw in the Cape bullpen. Then you have another reliever just doing some stretching with the band. Baldino's looked good so far. I mean, he had gotten into a little bit of a jam in the second inning. And the man responsible for that run up at the plate hits it in the air to left. Vega's got a beat on it, drifting toward the warning track and loses it in the sun. It goes to the fence. So a one-out double for Caleb Walker. Back-to-back doubles in consecutive at-bats. And he's in scoring position for the Spartans with one away. Vega had a beat on it and went behind him. The sun is cascading out in that direction with the shadows behind the plate. So may have lost it in the sun. He just kind of lost it up in the air somehow. Now runner on second, one out. Here is Noah Gonzalez and takes a look at a pitch from Baldino. Outside corner, 0-1. As you get a flock of seagulls beyond the left field fence there. Or geese, rather. I just wanted to say it. It's a good 80s band for you. The 1-1. And that one's outside. Check the 2-1 now. Baldino checks on Walker, and he's back and then delivers outside. So 3-1 the count now on Noah Gonzalez. Now we've said it before, it definitely is very windy today. That pitch, there's a strike. We've certainly seen times last season for Atlantic Cape where the wind played a lot of factors, even on a cloudy day. Playing a role today, it could play a variety of different roles on any given day. That pitch fell back toward the screen. Sometimes it affects the pitchers, sometimes the hitters, sometimes the defense, sometimes a little bit of everything. He's got a left-hander, some actually double barrel action in the Atlantic Cape bullpen right now. Baldino delivers upstairs and a one-out walk to Gonzalez. So runners on first and second, one out here in the fourth. And meeting on the mound. Coming up. So we check on the action in the bullpen there. Let's see. Eduardo Tinoco, the number 17 there. He's taken most of the throws. Looks like Danny DeMarco is as well. So Tinoco and DeMarco warming up in the Atlantic Cape bullpen there down the left field line. In a meeting on the mound here with Baldino. Coach Velarde wants to keep it at 1-0. Buccaneers offense has been struggling a little bit to score runs today. First and second, one out here in the top of the fourth. Baldino against Sabator. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball one as Selinsky chases Caleb Walker back to second base. Corsi playing on the lip of the infield grass and the infield playing in. Dempsey the same at third. Sorry and Suarez playing about double play depth. There's a strike. Could use a double play right now, Baldino. Looking to see if he can induce one here. Pitch. Scorched toward the screen. Foul behind the plate. Jake Hender's shot on deck for the Spartans here in the fourth inning. First and second, one out, top of the fourth. Spartans won game one of today's doubleheader 7-0, looking to build on a 1-0 lead here as Baldino deals low and in. And the ball comes in from the bullpen. Caden Dale picks it up. Two and two the count. Baldino checks on Walker over there at second base. Swing and a miss, and gets what he needs there with a strikeout of Sabator. Third strikeout of the day, or of game two. Check that for Jeffrey Sabator. So have been stymied completely by Baldino. Here's Jake Hender's shot, singled in the first inning. Who's ended up stranded on third. He struck out looking in the second inning. 2 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss out in front of that one, and it's 0-1. Runners lead first and second, not being held on. Breaking ball upstairs, 1-1. See Caleb Walker off of second, Noah Gonzalez off of first, with 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Pitch from Baldino, scorched into left center field. It'll be a base hit. Rounding third, heading towards the plate is Walker, and he scores as the ball's booted. And now runners move up to second and third. Gonzalez and Sabator as the ball gets moved around the infield. And just like that, it's 2-0 Spartans. So Hender's shot ends up on second base. Gonzalez to third, and Walker scores on the single and error that ensued. And that could spill off for Baldino here in the top of the fourth. And it will. 3 2/3, 2 runs. That's all for Andrew Baldino. Buccaneers make a pitching change here in the fourth. Eduardo Tinoco, the new pitcher for the Buccaneers. Pitch outside. Second and third, 2 out here on the top half of the fourth. Baldino went 3 2/3. 2 runs, both men on his responsibility. It's Ryan Santangelo, the hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Tinoco deals outside. Buccaneers looking to keep it right here at 2-0. This action continues in the Buccaneers bullpen, with Danny DeMarco still throwing. Skied high in the air in the infield. It's a mile-high pop-up. Dempsey coming over. Sorry coming over. It is Sorry who makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Spartans here in the fourth inning. Tinoco comes on, retires the final out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 2-0 Spartans on BFA Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-0 Spartans. Vin Ebonu with you. That's strike one to Gabe Solinsky. So Buccaneers looking to something cooking here late. Patrick Flynn has been money so far for Northampton. That one's hit in the air to right. Easy enough play out there. Sitting underneath is Hendershot. One away. Trace Warner now the hitter. The Buccaneers right fielder, 1 for 1 with a single. Just one hit here in game 2 for the Buccaneers. They had check that, 2 hits in game 2. Warner had one of them. Foreman had the other. Just one hit in game 1. It's been dominant pitching by the Spartans in both games of today's doubleheader. But an opportunity, still a 2-0 game here in the fourth. Pitch from Flynn is low. Seven-inning contest. So doubleheaders, 2 7-inning games. Single games are a full 9. And the pitch. And that one's hit low. And a 1-out walk to Warner. So man aboard for the Buccaneers here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll send Davey Suarez to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in game 2. One on, 1 out. Suarez looking to get something going at the tying run of the plate here at the bottom of the fourth. Patrick Flynn deals low. Some action starting to get going in the Northampton bullpen, just thrown around. No warm-up pitches yet. Going low to Suarez. In action going in the Atlanta Cape bullpen, a different pitcher. It's not DeMarco. So we'll see what happens with the Buccaneers pitching come top of the fifth. And there's a strike to Suarez. Spartans won game one, 7-0. They lead 2-0 here in game two, bottom of the fourth. That one hit to third by Suarez. Throw to second one. On to first. It's not a double play. Throw took the first baseman off the bag. Herman, check it out on the game changer replay. Throw to second. They got him there easily, but the throw just, oh man, that was close. Like Herman, from some point there, may have been on the bag after all. But safe is the call at first, so Suarez reaches on the fielder's choice. Warner thrown out at second on the grounder. So 2 away here for John Dempsey, grounded to first in his first at-bat. The second inning takes a strike there. And the 0-1, scorched foul down the third base line toward the bullpen into left field. No balls in her strike, 2 outs. Suarez leads off first base. Dempsey the hitter. Pitch in the dirt. And a panic there for a second, but everybody stays put. As Casso was not sure where the ball was. No balls, 2 strikes on Dempsey as Suarez leads off first. And he's sort of going and did a little mock trot and heads on back. The pitch to Dempsey. A little half swing there, and he went around, so that'll end the inning. So Buccaneers get a man aboard on the walk to Warner, and then the fielder's choice by Suarez, but that's it. It is 2-0 Spartans. We go to the fifth on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the fifth inning here at Sandcastle Stadium. Vinebnu with you. Thanks for joining us here on BFA Sports this afternoon. Eduardo Tinoco came on with 2 outs in the 5th to get the final out. He's back out there for inning number 5. And deals strike to Luke Spencer. Spencer, Herman, and Philman for Northampton here in the top half of the 5th. Game 2 of a doubleheader here Sunday afternoon. Pitch. Breaking ball hits him in the back. So Spencer aboard on a hit by pitch to start things off here in the 5th. Certainly not the way Tinoco wanted to start things. And Spencer tried to get out of the way. It was just a breaking ball that didn't break. Here's Joshua Herman. He's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the 1st and popped up to the pitcher back in the 3rd. That was ball D now. Pitch outside here from Tinoco. Action has continued again, kind of swapping out pitchers in the Atlantic Cape bullpen. Danny DeMarco back throwing for the Buccaneers in their pen. Shows bunt, throws down to first. Of course, he loses it there, backed up by Suarez. And Solinsky fumbled with it behind the plate. 2-0 the count on Herman. Is Spencer leading off at first. Dempsey comes in. That one popped up. Dempsey goes back. Foul territory and can't make the catch. So that extends the at-bat for Joshua Herman. Two balls and a strike. And Spencer back out to a lead at first. The 2-1. Inside, it spins Herman around. It's 3-1. Spencer off first with nobody out, and that one popped up, going foul. Solinsky giving it a look off the screen, and he can't get there in a good position to be able to make that catch. So 3-2 now, the count on Herman. It was hovering with going over the netting, but it stayed in. Full count now on Joshua Herman. Spencer leads off first. And Tinoco deals. He's going. And it's ball 4. So stolen base, a moot point. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. And that'll be all for Eduardo Tinoco. Pitching change for the Buccaneers here on the top of the 5th. Buccaneers looking to keep it at 2-0. Danny DeMarco on in relief here in the 5th inning. Third pitcher of the game for the Buccaneers. Swing and a miss there by Shane Philman. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the 2nd. And he popped out to first base in the 3rd inning. Meanwhile, Brennan Book warming up in the bullpen for the Buccaneers as they look to keep it at 2-0. Nobody out here. 1st and 2nd, a bunt foul. And it's 1-1 on Philman. So Book continues to throw. Runners lead 1st and 2nd. That's Spencer at 2nd, Herman at 1st. Philman, the hitter here with nobody out in the 5th. DeMarco deals, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Nasty hook there. It's out number 1 on Philman. With 1 away, that'll send Gabe Casso to the plate. Check out this nasty curveball. Just, it was kind of like 12 to 3 there. It just broke. Casso's 0 for 2. He smokes that one toward his own dugout there, 0-1. Casso grounded to second base in the 2nd inning, flew out to right field in the 4th. DeMarco deals, chopped towards 3rd. Dempsey's got it, steps on 3rd, 1, and that's all he'll get. As Casso was hustling down the line, reaches on the fielder's choice. So 2 away now as Spencer retired over there at 3rd, and Herman moves up to 2nd base. Two on, 2 out now, and Caleb Walker, the hitter. Pair of doubles and an RBI along the way. Lefty on lefty, DeMarco delivers. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Noah Gonzalez awaits on deck for the Spartans. As the wind picks up a little bit here in the latter part of the game, that change just misses, and it's 1-1. DeMarco onto that one. Runners lead 1st and 2nd, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. DeMarco checks on the runner and now deals. Swing and a miss. Pumped it by Kayla Walker, and it's 1-2. Looking to get out of a jam here in the 5th. Some stretching going on in the Northampton bullpen down the right field line. Nobody throwing yet. Curveball back to the screen. It stays 1-2. Book continuing to throw in the Atlantic Cape bullpen down the left field line. Runners lead 1st and 2nd. Defense playing back for the Buccaneers in the infield. Back in the outfield as well. DeMarco deals the 1-2. Called strike 3, inning over. Nice pitching by Danny DeMarco coming on in relief here in the 5th to get a couple outs and keep it at 2-0. Buccaneers coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th, needing a pair of runs. Back here in Atlantic City, we go to the bottom of the 5th, and a nice view there of the Tropicana and some of the other casinos here in AC. A nice sunny afternoon Cold and a little windy, albeit, but plenty of sunshine. See some of the shadows going over the backstop there, creeping toward home plate. He's got most of the first base side covered. In foul ground by the dugout. Patrick Flynn out there for inning number 5 of work. He's got a 2-0 lead, and he's facing the bottom of the Buccaneers order here to start things in the 5th with Ethan Corsi, Javier Vega, and then back to the top of the order with Andrew Baldino. Buccaneers have 2 hits, looking for some runs. And that one is just a bit outside. It's 1-0. Of course, he struck out in his first at bat in the 3rd. And that one a little bit low. He's got a 2-0 count here. Action has stopped in the Buccaneers bullpen. It is starting to pick up in the Spartans bullpen. There's a strike. We'll see if any moves end up getting made here in the 5th inning. Patrick Flynn's been cruising along for the most part today. Chopped towards shortstop. A strong throw to first. And a nice play at the other end by Herman. Nice throw by Philman in the hole. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. Javier Vega now the hitter. He walked in his first trip to the plate in the 3rd inning. I'm going to see if he can get something started for the Buccaneers here in the 5th. And Flynn deals. That one swung on and missed on top of that pitch low in the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Outside. Home plate umpire wanted to deliberate on that one a little bit. It's 1-1. Flynn delivers. And there's strike 2 on Vega. As Andrew Baldino waits on deck, 0 for 2 on the day. Started the game out on the mound. Flynn deals low. And now it's a 2-2 count on Javier Vega. Pitch upstairs, and Vega's worked a full count. Looking to make something happen here in the bottom of the 5th. Buccaneers offense has been shut down by the Spartans today. Just 1 hit in the first game and 2 hits here in game 2, but held scoreless throughout. And that one's low in the dirt to the backstop. Vega hustles down to first. That's as far as he'll be able to get. And a 1-out walk. Baldino now the hitter. Game 2 of a doubleheader, so another 7-inning contest. So getting late here for the Buccaneers. Essentially the tying run here in Baldino in the bottom of the 5th. Hits that one in the air to right center. Coming over to make the shot. Catch is Hendershot, and there are 2 away. I have to see if Hendershot plays basketball. That's a great basketball name. 2 gone for the Buccaneers here in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up Kevin Foreman. 1 for 2 here in game 2. Popped to the first baseman in the first, had a single in the 3rd. Flynn deals that one, rocketed into left field, heading towards the gap. It is a foul ball. It was heading towards that fence area. Check that. Just a little bit foul. Foreman's been on top of the pitches today. He's either hit him a little early, a little late, or barreled them up, but he just hasn't gotten the location. Pitch. And he looks at strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Kevin Foreman here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Javier Vega leads off of first. Patrick Flynn looking to get out unscathed. Delivers. Up high. Throw down to first to try catch. Vega goes down the right field line. Vega will get easily into second base on the overthrow from Casa. And the Buccaneers now have a runner in scoring position after the errant throw by Caso. Vega was dancing a little bit off at first base and now finds himself on second. And if Foreman can get on top of it here and hit it into the gap, even just get some kind of hit, it'll score Vega. And timeout called by the home plate umpire. Action stopped in the Northampton bullpen. It is starting to get going in the Buccaneers bullpen. Somebody wearing a sweatshirt at the moment, so can't see the number. Pitch. Grounded to third base. And Foreman retired for the third out. Buccaneers get a runner aboard, but can't bring him in. 2-0 Spartans. We go to the 6th inning here on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the 6th inning here in Atlantic City. 2-0 Spartans on BFA Sports. I'm Vin Abenu. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon on BFA. Second game of a doubleheader. It'll be Noah Gonzalez, Jeffrey Sabator, and Jake Hendershot for Northampton. Danny DeMarco out there. He came on in relief in the 5th inning. He's the third pitcher of the game for Atlantic Cape. Deals up and away there to Gonzalez. Gonzalez singled in the 2nd inning and then walked in the 4th. Ended up getting stranded at 3rd. Swing and a miss. Sort of a half swing there to fastball in. And the 1-2. Yeah, pitched a little bit low. 2-2. DeMarco delivers outside in the dirt to the backstop. And a full count. First games of the season for Northampton. They had the game against Atlantic Cape postponed yesterday due to weather in a game that was supposed to take place out in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, home of the Spartans, as Gonzalez works a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. After today, those Spartans head down to Myrtle Beach for their spring trip. It'll be 10 games down there as they get their season underway, starting off with a win in Game 1 of a doubleheader today, up 2-0 here in the 6th. Buccaneers looking to fight their way back. That pitch low from DeMarco on Sabator. He's over 3 with 3 strikeouts. And DeMarco deals. Throw down to second as Gonzalez is going. The throw, and they got him. Nice throw down to second base from Zelensky, and the tag on the other end as well. So Gonzalez wiped off the board. There is 1 out here in the 6th. The caught stealing. DeMarco chopped back over his head. Sori's coming up to get it. Throws, fires. Nice stretch by Corsi, but they can't get Sabator hustling down the line. So an infield hit. And 1-on-1 out for Jake Hendershot. 2 singles, also got to second base back in the 4th inning on an E6. And DeMarco delivers, breaking ball inside, and it's 1-0. DeMarco deals, runner goes. Sabator down to second, so is the throw. Sabator way ahead of the throw. In there with a stolen base with 1 out. Got an outstanding jump there off of first. One on, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. DeMarco gives Sabator a look. Now delivers. There's a strike on Hendershot. It'll be a 2-1. Scorched right field line foul towards the Spartans bullpen. You see some stretching going on down there. See if the Northampton squad makes a pitching change in the bottom half of the inning. Sabator leads off of second base with 1 out. The 2-2. Hit to second base. Suarez coming in. Fields fires. And they can't get Hendershot. Just hustling up the line. And on the play, Sabator goes over to third base. So 2 on and 1 out. And DeMarco in a little bit of trouble here in the 6th inning. In need of a double play here. Sari and Suarez playing double play depth up the middle. Pitch. And that pitch inside to Santangelo, who is 1 for 3 here in game 2. Had a single back on the first and then a strikeout and a pop up to short. Check the third, caught by Sori. DeMarco throws over to first, and getting back safely is Hendershot. Luke Spencer on deck for Northampton. Leading 2-0 here in the 6th, and another throw to check on Hendershot, and he's back safe again. Runners lead 1st and 3rd, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. DeMarco delivers, breaking ball there for strike 1. RBI opportunity for Santangelo here for the Spartans to build on a lead. DeMarco looking to wiggle out of trouble. Checks on the runner. Runner goes from first, throw down to second, fake throw. So Hendershot in there on the steal. So 2nd and 3rd now, 1 out. Runners in scoring position for Ryan Santangelo. He's got a 1-2 count. DeMarco delivers. Swing and a miss. And DeMarco gets what he needs there with a strikeout of Santangelo, 2 away. And that'll send Luke Spencer to the plate. He flew out to right field in the 1st inning, had a triple in the 3rd, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Ended up getting thrown out on the bases due to a fielder's choice ground out. 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. Spartans leading this one 2-0, and that one's inside from DeMarco to Spencer. It'll be a 1-0. That one outside, and it's 2-0 now on Spencer. DeMarco delivers a 2-0. That one catches the upper quadrant of the strike zone. It's 2-1. Joshua Herman on deck for Northampton. It'll be a 2-1. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. And DeMarco a strike away from getting out of the jam here in the 6th. Runners lead second and third, 2 out, and a 2-2 count on Luke Spencer. DeMarco delivers. Breaking ball upstairs, and the count's gone full. As Herman awaits an at-bat. DeMarco in need of an out here. Pitch. Skied foul. First base side out of play. And that ball back to the mound gets by DeMarco. So he goes and retrieves it closer to second base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sabator leads off third. Hendershot from second. DeMarco deals. That one swung on and missed. Throw down to first, and DeMarco works into. And out of the trouble here in the 6th. 2-0 Spartans. We go to the bottom of the 6th on BFA Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jake Bluck on in relief for Northampton here in the bottom of the 6th after 5 innings from Flynn. 5 pretty good innings, too. No runs. Pitch scorched into left field. It's a base hit for Sori. It'll go all the way to the wall. Sori on his way to second with a leadoff double here in the 6th. Just a frozen rope to the gap. And exactly what Sori and the Buccaneers need here late in the game. So a loud way to start off the bottom of the 6th, and a speedster as well at that, and Sori. Gabe Zielinski now the hitter. Will be followed by Trace Warner as the Buccaneers try to mount a late rally here in the 6th against the new pitcher, Bluck. Fires a breaking ball in there. Ground ball to second. A wide throw over the head and towards the dugout. Sori heading toward the plate. Nobody's there. He'll score without a throw. The Buccaneers on the board. It's 2-1. Check it out on the replay. Ground ball tripped him up at second base. And Walker's throw went toward the dugout. And Sorry heads up base running, went right to the plate, got there without a throw. So Solinsky aboard. He gets to second on the errant throw by Walker. Here's Trace Warner. It's 2-1, tying run at second base. Pitch outside, upstairs, throw down to second, and it goes into center field. Solinsky stays put. Wisely, but just a wide throw by Casso in the center field. Trying to pick off Solinsky. Nobody out. Warner with an RBI opportunity. He's walked and singled. Tries to bunt. Pulls back, but called strike. Action going in the Northampton bullpen. Solinsky leads off of second base. Nobody out. Sorry scored. That one grounded up the middle to short. Fields and wide of the bag. It pulls him off. So Warner aboard after the throw pulls Herman off the bag at first. Just another routine ground ball. This one fielded cleanly by Philman, but it pulls Herman off the bag, and he tries to swipe tag Warner, but doesn't even come near. So now first and third, nobody out for Atlantic Cape. As Solinsky finds himself at third. Pitch, pop foul to the screen. So a couple huge errors in the inning for Northampton. First and third, nobody out. Davey Suarez, the hitter. Fielder's choice and a strikeout here in game two. And ball. Bluck wanted that one. Action continuing in the Northampton pen. Runners on first and third. Throw to first to check on Warner. He's back safe ahead of the throw. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at first. Bottom of the sixth. Pitch. Scorched foul off the screen behind the plate. A 7-inning contest here. Spartans won game one of today's doubleheader 7-0. They lead 2-1 here. The Buccaneers are fighting their way back here late in the game. They've scored a run here in the sixth, looking for more. Block deals inside to Suarez. Runners lead first and third, nobody out. Pitch. Hit to the screen, foul again. The 2-2 on Suarez. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Goes to the second baseman on the play. Design play. Allowing Warner to get to second. Now on the strikeout is Suarez. So one away, and runners now on second and third. John Dempsey, the hitter, he's 0 for 2 in game two. Grounded back to the mound and then struck out. Block deals, popped up towards the seats here, towards our box, the press box, and in the way of our cameraman Charles there. He's able to get out of the way. Don't hit Charles. It's 0-1 the count now on Dempsey. The pitch. Outside from Block. To some disagreed Spartans on the first base side. Second and third, one out. Pitch. Line to short, caught, or off the bounce, and it's a double play. Caught on the line drive, and they double off Warner. And that ends the threat here in the sixth. You saw Dempsey hit a rocket. Check it out on the replay here to shortstop. And caught it just before it hit the dirt, was filming, and he threw to second, stranding Warner, who had just fled too far off the bag. Buccaneers get a run. They're back on the board. It's 2-1. We go to the seventh. Top of the seventh inning here in Atlantic City at the Sandcastle. Vin Abnu with you. Thanks for joining us here on BFA Sports this afternoon. Danny DeMarco back out there for inning number 7. In a 2-1 ball game, it'll be Joshua Herman, Shane Philman, and Gabe Casso for the Spartans here in the 7th inning. And a wild finish to that bottom of the 6th. Sorry it scored, and things seem to be going the Bucs' way. But just a blooping liner that was caught by Philman ended up resulting in a double play. 2-0 the count now on Herman. Struck out, popped up, and walked. And skies that one foul on the ground toward the Spartan bullpen down the right field line. Two and one, and the pitch, breaking ball, sky, mile-high pop-up in the infield behind the plate, foul ground, and it falls. Zielinski couldn't get to it. DeMarco couldn't get to it, and the at-bat continues for Joshua Herman. Two balls, two strikes. DeMarco delivers upstairs, and the count's full. The pitch. Hit in the air to center. Foreman racing over toward left center, dives and makes the catch. Kevin Foreman lays out. Fantastic catch by the Buccaneers center fielder. Dive and an all-out effort for Foreman. One away. And that'll send Shane Philman up to the plate. He looks at a pitch up in the zone, 1-0. The 1-0. There's a strike from DeMarco. Filming 1 for 3 on the day. Here the double, little bloops that one into left center field. Caught by Vega! Back-to-back diving catches by the Buccaneers outfield. Foreman and Vega go back-to-back, showcasing some defense here late. Check that out on the replay. Oh, man, that was good. Nice diving play by Javier Vega. Buccaneers, a great defensive team showing it here. Pitch upstairs from DeMarco to Casso, who is 0 for 3 here in game 2. Pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1 as action continues. Double barrel action in the Northampton bullpen. So we'll see what pitching change gets made or not. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And Casso in a 1-2 hole. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. DeMarco deals. That one grounded back towards third. Dempsey fires, and they got him! Nice throw by Dempsey. Nice stretch by Corsi. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Spartans here in the 7th as the Buccaneers flash the leather. 2-1 Spartans. Last licks for the Buccaneers coming up in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Atlantic City. Last licks for the Buccaneers. Ethan Corsi, Javier Vega, Andrew Baldino. Block back out there and nearly falls over on the delivery to the plate. Double barrel action continues, though, in the Northampton bullpen. Fantastic defense from the Buccaneers in the top frame. There's a strike. And the count 1-1. 2-1 ball game. Spartans won game 1, 7-0. They lead 2-1 here. Buccaneers looking to mount a comeback. Skied high, foul into the suite level here at the Sandcastle. And the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss. One gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Javier Vega. He's walked twice here in game 2. In a fantastic diving catch in the top of the 7th inning. And there's a strike. Pitch. Skied high in the air, foul territory, and into the dugout. New first baseman into the game for the Spartans. It was Garrett Garofalo giving it a look and unable to make the catch. 0-2 the count on Vega. Pitch. Swing and a miss. And Vega down on strikes. And Buccaneers down to the last at bat here. Baldino, the hitter. There's a strike. I think that Jake Black, the pitch, not Block. Oh, and 1 the count on Baldino. Popped up. Coming underneath, Garofalo makes the catch, and the Spartans sweep the doubleheader. Baldino pops out. Spartans win game 1, 7-0. They win game 2, 2-1. Outstanding pitching in both contests. Shutting down the Buccaneers offense, holding them to 1 run over 2 games in this doubleheader, and getting their season started off with a 2-0 start before they head down to Myrtle Beach. Buccaneers flashed the leather a little bit defensively. Just could not get the offense cooking here today in the home opener. So with the 2 losses today, the Buccaneers now 1-3 on the season. With some more action coming up this week. We'll be back here on BFA Sports Saturday afternoon for a doubleheader that Atlantic Cape has here at the Sandcastle. We'll have action for you, so check it out. Stay with us throughout the week on BFA Sports, across Twitter and YouTube. We'll have the game, of course, for you Saturday afternoon for Atlantic Cape here at the Sandcastle. Thanks for tuning in here on Sunday afternoon, a doubleheader. Northampton wins 7-0 and 2-1 over the Atlantic Cape Community College Buccaneers. For our entire crew here with BFA Sports, I'm Vin Avenue. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy your week.